So we were thinking that we're gonna try to go live like around this time once a week into our Facebook page to talk about real estate. I mean, that's a very good topic.
I mean, what's more fun than that?
Nothing. So, as everybody knows, because you're posting pictures of the beach, you're in Florida.
Him.
We are jealous because we're freezing. It's literally 7 degrees, feels like
I'm
less
so
than that.
I, I am so sorry, and I want it to get better before I come back. Okay, so promise me. I'm gonna be
Okay.
in a bad mood.
Yeah, exactly. But the funny thing is this place that you're, it's Airbnb that you're renting, it's actually for sale. And so you were like, ah, I get it now. What
I
a
know.
hassle it is
I'm
to sell
exper-
a house.
Yeah, I'm experiencing it from the seller standpoint of what it's like to get calls that, oh, I've got a showing. I'm like,
So
okay,
annoying. It's always in the middle. Yeah, we always tell people like the showings are going to be at the most inconvenient time, like nap time, when you've had a long day, when you have a Zoom meeting, when the kids are, not in actual school. Like it's always inconvenient, but it's even inconvenient for you.
yeah, it's fine. I mean, I love my landlord, so it's fine. I want to do this for them because they've been really good to me. But it is. I mean, it's you got to prep for that. When I woke up, well, I did a showing yesterday. I woke up and realized, oh shoot, the guest bed needs to be made, and it's I've got to get all this stuff done. So
What are some of the things that you've realized that needs to be prepped that you weren't like thinking you didn't realize like that needed to be done?
well, I wouldn't. I would say that just making sure, and especially with a family, making sure the toilet seat covers are down, and all those little
And
things.
flushed?
And flushed. Exactly. But I have had guests here, so you just have to make sure that what they've kind of left behind, and making sure that it's cleaned up, and little things like that. The lights are on. uh,
Hmm.
I usually put on some soft music to kind of
Oh,
make
that's lovely.
the environment is inviting. So that's really what I think is important, is that you make it an inviting place to come, that
Yeah.
somebody's walking in to be, oh yeah, I like it here.
Like it feels like home. Well,
It
you know
feels like,
what? The thing about the lights, I think, is a really not only that they're on, but they're actually the same color.
yeah,
Because that's like one thing that I've noticed, like when we're showing houses, it's like if they're all different colors, it's too distracting. I don't know
yeah.
why, but it is.
It is distracting because you want
Yeah,
you want them to see the house and not the light bulbs.
right.
Um, Now you and I are kind of picky about that, so
Right.
maybe. But I think it does. It just makes it an even light, and
Yeah.
you just want it to be inviting for somebody to come into.
Yeah. And
And I
like
don't.
blinds open, even if it's, well, I guess especially if it's like a cloudy or overcast day, like
Right.
blinds open.
Mhm. Yeah.
Um, and then front door, I think a lot of people miss the front door because we don't use it.
Yeah, you're right. Make sure that because that's the first impression. And
Right.
um, why is it important to have a good, nice front door?
Tell us, Alan.
Okay. So, I mean, that's the first impression. So if
Yeah.
your door doesn't look nice, then if you've let that go, what else have you not kept
Right.
up? So it's just the first impression, and the first impression you want to be, this house is maintained, well
Hmm.
maintained, and we take care of our house, and it's nothing is hidden then. It's the
Right.
first thing they're going to see, and if that's the first bad thing, then they're going to have a bad impression for the rest of the time when they're in the house.
I agree. They'll be like almost looking for things that aren't right or
Oh,
whatever. But they're
yeah.
also spending a lot of time at that front door because man, those lock boxes, they don't teach you that in real estate school. Some of them are like super tricky, and they're only super tricky when it's like raining and there's no cover. And it's like, really? Why can't it just like, can't we just clap? Like, bam, bam, I'm here, let me in. You
I
know?
tell my clients, you know what? This is the hardest part of my job, is
It
getting this
is.
box open. Yeah, and
Stupid.
the tumbler ones, the
Oh, those
lock,
are the worst.
it's terrible.
It's like back in high school. Well, but the ones that are like electronic are really bad too because like if it's cloudy, they get like finicky or whatever. Anyway, realtor problems. Honestly, if that's like the worst part of our job, I think we're okay.
Yeah,
but it's annoying.
It's annoying.
But definitely like cleaning off cobwebs. Yes, if the front door needs to be repainted or adding a wreath or like something, like
stand out.
well, one thing too, like in this, because it's winter, we've had a lot of snow, which is unusual. Or if it's like springtime and it's raining a lot, like having someplace a lot of people don't like to take off their shoes. It's a pain.
Yeah.
And so just having like a place where you can like wipe your feet inside is helpful.
You bring up a good point. The other thing, because we don't use our front door very much, we usually go through the garage, usually if you've got a garage door opener, is making sure in the winter that you do make sure the walkway is shoveled.
Oh yeah.
There's plenty of room, because there have been times in houses that I've had to trudge through the snow, and that's not inviting either.
You know what? That makes me think of a point. Like, but if we're going to be listing a house, why don't we just create a new code? I guess that might be kind of a pain. But like having people go through the garage I wonder if that would create more of a like, this is your home or not. What do you think?
I don't
think it's weird.
I think it's a bad first impression. I wouldn't want somebody.
It depends on your garage, Alan.
Yeah, I mean, if you've been with them, it's like dating. If you've been with them for a while, then you can show them the stuff in your garage.
It's so weird. No, I don't know. I just thought maybe, but yeah, I guess you're right. Like the front door is usually like a little bit better because you're like walking into like the living room or something like that.
Yeah, exactly. That's more inviting than the stuff in the garage.
Yeah. I agree. I'm trying to think of like, I think a lot of people too will miss. This is kind of like a pet peeve of mine, and it's often missed, but people do clean their house and they think it's clean. It's not clean. I promise you, it is not clean. Like before you put your house on the market, we like to recommend like getting a deep clean from like a professional person that cleans for a living.
Well worth the money.
So worth the money.
Yes.
And then you will actually see that your house is not that clean.
Yeah, I agree.
And make sure they get the fans, make sure they get the vents, like clear all the dust out, make sure it doesn't smell like dog.
Right.
Or cat. Yes. All right. So our top tips are front door appearance and overall presence at the front. Walk it, shovel it, do whatever you need to do.
That first impression needs to be the best.
Yep. Clean the house, deep clean by a professional. Make sure all the lights are the same color and on, blinds open.
Yes, as much light as possible. And
make it inviting with potentially a little bonus, like some music or something lovely.
Soft music, not your kind.
Not heavy metal.
Not your kind of music.
Not Metallica or like, I don't even listen to that. Not hip hop. How about some like Tom Petty? Yeah.
I don't know.
I think it depends on like, maybe think about what is the vibe of your house and who's going to buy it and what would they like. No, you don't like it.
Music I listen to, so.
I mean, listen, if your house is in like.
This is Jennifer. Anything that has a soft melodic tone is classical.
Oh yes, true. But if you're selling like a trendy house in like North Side, you want a different type of music than maybe if you, I don't know, are selling like a condo in Independence that's going to be for retired people,
Exactly. I agree.
I don't know. Either way, we can help you.
Know your audience.
Yeah, I know your audience for sure. So, I mean, most of the people on this station know how to get a hold of us, but just in case, we do Cincinnati and Northern Kentucky. And the best way to get a hold of us is, Alan?
You can email alan@teamsynergy.com, or you can call 513-646-1488.
Cool. And if you do have real estate questions, we will be doing this every week. So just send us your question and we'll talk about it.
Yeah, that'd be great.
Awesome. Thanks, Alan.
Yeah, thank you.
Enjoy the sunshine. You're in your final days. I'll talk to you later.
Went on a walk in the beach this morning. It was great.
That sounds great.
I know.
All
All
right.
right.
See ya.